Good morning, dear students. This is Narayan Das. Today, I am going to take a presentation on the subject Principles of the Management. Our topic relates to Scope of Management. This is the course related to Business Management, BBM's course. Today, I am going to discuss about the scope of management. The scope of management is very wide. It is very difficult to state the scope of management. So, however, the following aspects may be included. The subject matter of the management may be the planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, motivating and controlling. So, these are all the main functions of the management. Innovations, representations, decision making and communications are the subsidiary functions of management. If you go to the functional areas of management, financial management, take for example, it includes the cash management, which takes into consideration of planning, forecasting, budgeting, cost controlling and cost reductions. And also it takes into consideration of management accounting, pricing, source of finances. These the management hands will be there in finance more. So, the functional areas of management also covers with marketing management. It includes marketing plans, innovations, production of new innovative products, branding, packaging, labeling, product analysis, product movement, research and development, innovations, product innovations, determination of price and fixing up the cost or prices of the product, taking into various strategies like promotion, advertising and distribution methodologies, marketing, research and transportations. It also take into consideration of transportations and insurance. So, the scope of management has become very wide. It covers to the marketing area also. When it comes to the field of productions, it includes producing goods and services, quality of goods, planning and controlling of productions, material management, economic order quantity, scientific purchasing, inventory control, storing, warehousing and order quantity. Economic order quantity will also be coming into the purview of production management. The scope of management has become very wide. It also taking into consideration of human resource management. So, what human resource management takes into consideration of managing the human resources. Managing of human resources is not so easy. So, we can handle the resources like men, machine, money effectively, but managing of human resources is not so easy task, because we have to deal with the feelings of human resources. So, we need to take into consideration of recruitment, selection, placement, training of human resources and also taking into consideration of motivating, performance appraisal aspects, and also we need to takes into consideration of compensation, settling dispute or grievances handling mechanisms. So, the purview of management also captures the human resources is a very broad wing, human resource management, and also we have to address the various issues in the organization like turnover, movement of employees from one place to another, from one organization to another, that is I can say hopping, job hopping due to the various reasons, workers participation management and trade unions also. So, what is recruitment? Recruitment is selection of the right person at a right time at a right place. So, selecting the appropriate persons is a challenging task of the management, and after selection we need to give an appropriate training, developmental activities. So, we should give a platform to our employees to make understanding the process of how producing the production of goods and services happens. We should give a chance him to understand, and also once he understood the concept, we should place them placing them in an appropriate area. So, giving a choice to the human resources to work inside the organizations. In addition to it, we need to inspire, motivate or triggering the positive moods in the employees on a day-to-day basis. At the end of the period, say for example quarterly, half yearly or yearly, we need to check the performance of an employees. If there is any deviation, what is expected in the beginning and what is the performance of an employee at the end of certain period of time. If there is a mismatch, we need to take an appropriate action. If there is a perfect match, it's no problem. So we need to address. We also take into consideration of compensations, fixing the employee salaries, equitable and right salary has to be given, a reasonable salary has to be given to the employees. And there will be a differences of opinions between the management and an employees. So when there is a mismatch of opinion between an employees and management, obviously there will be a disputes. Dispute settlement has to be happen over a period of time and on time, otherwise it will become a disturbance to the organization. So the areas of management though also covers the human resources aspect also. And another aspects of management is scope of management is interdisciplinary in approach. Interdisciplinary approach, in order management is a body of discipline, it takes the help of other social sciences like sociology or psychology, or I can also say engineering and economics, which indicates that in order to have a correct understanding of the management principles and practice, a study of commerce, economic, sociology, psychology and mathematics is very much essential, I can say. And it is a universal phenomenon, or I can say universal approach. Management is a universal phenomenon or a process that is not only present or concerned with the business undertakings, but also in political and religious institutions, charitable institutions, arms forces and in educational institutions also. In fact, management is present where everywhere there is an interference of human activity. So it is present in all the spheres of life. No doubt there may be a slight variation in the approaches and the style of management, I can also say. And the principles of management, there are certain principles we need to adhere inside the organizations. So that principles has to be universally accepted. So we cannot disobey. We need to ensure that everybody has to follow the rules and regulations of the organizations. It also includes a scientific method. It cannot happen over a point of a sudden. So management has existed because certain purpose. It is a scientific method of blending of resources, I can say. What are the objectives of a management? The basic objectives of a management is to extract the work and to obtain a maximum output from minimum inputs. So cost benefit methodologies is applicable here. So investing is less and obtaining output will be more. So maximum output is expected with minimum effort. So maximizing the employers and employees prosperity is also one of the most important objective management, because employer and employees are the basic ingredients in the management. So one side employers is concentrate on how to take up the organization in a leading manner to a profitable situation. At the other side, employees also expect how to make a money or how to get a good money in doing things. So both the interests has to be blended appropriately. The basic objective of the management is maximizing the both employers and employees prosperity, and also it takes into consideration of improving the efficiency of the organizations. Efficiency of the organizations is most important. Unless the efficiency of the organization has been increased, resulted in terms of producing the sophisticated products and goods, efficiency cannot be maintained. So, that efficiency will be replicated in terms of delivering or selling goods and services, so that employers' prosperity and employees' prosperity will be managed. So, there is a social justice and human betterment. The basic objective of management is to delivering the needs of the society. We need to justify, we need to produce the right quantity, right goods, so that it should take the interest of the society and for the betterment of the organization. For the upliftment of the society is the most important objective of the organization. For the upliftment of the society, good and qualitative goods and services is to be produced only through the help of employees. So, with the use of interventions of a management. So, optimum utilization of the resources is the most important objective of the resources. Resources could be men, material, machine and money. There should not be scenario for any underutilization of resources. It will lead to a loss of the organizations. The next most objective is the growth and development of the business. The basic objective of the management is for the growth and development of the business. Unless there is a growth or development of any business, very difficult to run the organization, very difficult to manage the human resources. And one more objective of the organization is to minimizing the element of risk. Of course, as I said, management is not an easy task because of the growing complexities of the business scenario. There is the intervention of the management, so that to address the various issues. The risk is inevitable, but we have to manage the risk by taking appropriate advanced steps. So, minimizing the risk by taking appropriate measures, I can say, and planning for the future. The basic objective of the organization is futuristic oriented or future oriented. We have to plan for the future, because maybe organization started at limited capacity of production, but it cannot be the same over a period of time. It has to develop. So, by taking into consideration of future vision or visions, so management has to work. Promotion of research and development is also one of the basic objectives of the management. There should be an appropriate promotion in terms of research and development, innovating new products, so enhancing the customer satisfaction by delivering the quality of goods and services. And these are all the objectives of the management. There are several textbooks or materials. You can refer it up. You can say you can refer it Dr. P. N. Reddy and Professor H. Appanaya, Business Management 1 is the title name, which is from Himalaya Publishing House. Second book I can also suggest is R. Mogeshappa, Dr. Prabhakara Murthy, T. N. Narasimha Murthy, Nagaraju R. Under the Himalayan Publishing House in the 2000 editions. You can also refer T. Ramaswamy, Principles of Management, Himalaya Publishing House. These three textbooks will enrich your knowledge about the scope and goals of the organization, or it is at management. So, today in this lecture we have discussed about the scope of the management and also the objectives of the management. Thanking you all, and once again thanking you for an opportunity.